Thanks for inviting me. My name is Christiane Fritsch. I'm the tribe lead for the tribe digital leadership in ING Germany. I will tell you later what that role means. And I'm happy to be here today to tell you a little bit about our Agile transformation, why we did it, how we did it, what exactly we did, and how it helped us through the pandemic. Because I heard already that this was mentioned a couple of times before. So I would like to share our experience with you. So first, let me go a little bit into the past and explain why we did it, how we did it, what we did exactly with our Agile transformation. It all started in 2018. And here are the reasons why. So we are, as a bank, a highly regulated company, so in a highly regulated environment. And regulation, for those who also work in regulated companies, regulation, new regulation comes like mushrooms in the woods. So here one and one more and one more and one more. And then you really have to deal with this big challenge that they come faster, quicker, more. And you have to deal with them and be compliant. Then the second challenge, the war of talents. So a bank is not naturally one of the most sexiest employers. So, but of course, also we would like to have really great talents, great people who would like to contribute to our success. Then things like COVID. So black swans, we call them. Events or situations that come very surprisingly and that require swift action. Remote working, one of the big topics, also a very relevant topic in interviews with job applicants are really keen on working remotely. We didn't have a solution up to that time. So how can we do it and how still be compliant as a bank? And the last but not least challenge is our challenge to satisfy our customers. Customers are getting used to great customer experience, great services, great features that they consume with big techs or competitors or other digital companies. And we as a digital bank, we need to keep up with these requirements that our customers give us. So all of these challenges basically require fast and swift action and bold decisions and quick action. So, and we are not the only ones because of course we are a big elephant, a big tank that is with a very complex machine room. So many thousands of employees throughout the world. In Germany alone, we have around 4,000 or 5,000. So we are a big tank. How can we gain speed? It is not so easy because at the one hand, it's not easy to implement speed in such a big company. On the other hand, we are being followed by others that are on the same track and also want to gain speed. And of course, there are more small agile companies that are also trying to pass us. So what are we going to do? And when we figured all that out, all these challenges, we said, okay, an agile construct, an agile way of working is our way to go. And our CEO proclaimed then in 2017, we want to be the first agile bank in Germany. But why? So agile, in our opinion, is the only way to gain speed, to reduce complexity, break up complexity, make fast decisions, and implement change. So, we knew we wanted to be agile, but what did we want to achieve with that move? First, of course, enhance the customer experience, make our customers happy. Second, accelerate the time to market because we, as a huge company, were very slow in the past. I will come to a couple of examples later on. So we wanted to deliver quicker to our customers. Empower autonomy for our teams. So give responsibility to people and empower them to make own decisions, because then you can gain speed. And also increase efficiency, use the same tools, use the same processes, use the same way of working everywhere. And I would like to explain you how we wanted to achieve these targets that we set ourselves. So first you can see there the toolbox, the Agile toolbox. So we looked at a ton of different artifacts, processes, methodologies, and picked the ones that were most suitable for us and offered them to all our employees. So the big box of tools is open for everyone, and teams can decide which ones they use based in the framework of the agreed way of working. Then we set up an organizational structure that would help to identify for everyone with the company, with the team, with the area they work in. And that should be the same overall the whole company, not only in Germany, also globally. But the most important thing to make it happen is the lion head in the middle. It's about the mindset, I'm sorry. It's about the mindset. So without the right mindset, an agile transformation will fail. And why is that? Because in order to achieve all these goals, you need to have an open mindset. You have to be able to speak up, be bold, make decisions. Agile leadership is also a topic I will come to later. So it is a change of mindset compared to the old system of working. And this is not so easy for everyone, I must admit. But without the right mindset, and this is my deepest so I'm really believing in it. If you don't have the right mindset, then your transformation will fail. So to make it concretely happen, we set ourselves 8 principles that we wanted to follow in order to make it also tangible for everyone how we wanted to do the agile transformation. So we said we are team oriented. We want to build diverse teams, strong teams that are able to make decisions. We take on responsibility, delegate, empower people to do what they think is right. We foster talent and expertise. So our talents are very important for us. Want to keep people that are with us and develop them. We act customer-oriented, listen to the customer, and act upon the feedback that they give us, all in agile ways of working. So I will come to that later also. We focus, so we have very strong and formalized prioritization processes so that everyone knows all the time what is really the important topic right now that we have to focus on. We use standards. So I told you before, the organizational system, the tool set, everything is standardized globally so that different entities can work together seamlessly. We provide clarity, so from top to bottom, everyone knows, is transparent about what are the priorities, what is the strategy of the bank, where are our focus areas for the next time. And we learn from the past. So this is about a culture of being allowed to make mistakes, talk about it, and learn from them, and don't do them twice. Now I'm coming back to the mindset. So Agile requires a certain type of mindset of leaders. So I brought a couple of examples, what you shouldn't do. So it's all about the right balance between autonomy and alignment. In an agile way of working, if you empower people to make decisions, you don't need a micromanager who challenges every decision that you make, that doesn't have your back, and that wants to do everything on his or her own. But you also don't need a laissez-faire type of management that doesn't give any direction and leaves people completely alone so that they are lost. So it's about the right mixture. You have to give some guidance, some Leitplanken, we call it, and have people's back. Trust them that they do the right decision and let them work on their stuff, because they usually know better than you if you're a leader. So, and this is not so easy, especially for leading, or for people who have been leading for a long time. Also in the old hierarchical system, it's a really a big mindset change for them. But it needs to happen, otherwise you are not leveraging on the full power of Agile. Yeah, some details about our organizational structure. So basically, the bank is divided into 3 big areas. We have delivery. This is obviously the areas that deliver something to the customer. And in delivery, you have tribes, and tribes consist of different squads. And then you have chapters that have or that collect all of the people with the same skill set. For example, Android developers or customer journey experts. And in the chapter, they know about the craftsmanship. So a squad is always interdisciplinary, has a product owner, and delivers in this little entity, delivers on their backlog. And the whole tribe delivers then. For example, my tribe, digital leadership, delivers all the digital channels for the bank. So then service and sales, this is organized in clusters and circles. So the circles are usually the ones that take care of the customer back office processes with same skilled people collected to collected in circles. Then the support entities, for example, marketing or legal or risk, because they support all the other entities in their work. They are organized in expertises and also center of expertises. So this was the theory, and now I would like to tell you how it looks today. So I told you 2018 we shifted our whole company to the Agile way of working and implemented the structure that I just showed you. And how does it look like now? So I give you an example on a user journey, a specific use case. So if you are someone who's interested to buy a house, you usually go to the bank and say, I need a mortgage, a Baufinanzierung. So then you come into contact with the tribe home. The tribe is in the delivery entity. And the tribe home is responsible for the product of the mortgage. So they create the product. They say, okay, so many interest rates, and this is how long you can take it, and advertise it on the website. Then you become a customer. You say, yeah, I like ING. I want to buy my house with them, with the mortgage of them. So I'm a customer now. And then, first you come to home sales. They sell you as a customer the Baufi. And then I'm a customer, and I come to customer and in contact with customer in life, because there all the customer processes are responsible. And if I want to do, for example, a special payment, or I want to change my my runtime, then they will take care of it. And in the support area, there's the collections, and they take care that everything with my the money that the bank deducts from me is going well, and that the whole product is financed okay. So I can give you many more examples there, but I think this one shows that living along or working along the customer journey is completely making sense here, and that we do it with the other products as well. So what did we gain up to now? A lot of good things. So we have a very high employee satisfaction. So with the survey that we usually do once or twice a year, we saw that before we made the change, it was quite high. Then with the change, as it's usual, it went down. But then after some time, when everyone got used to it, it went up and is now higher than before. So everyone is really happy with that change. We have a lot of we have saved a lot of time in our time to market. So as an example, before we had 3 releases a year, so we could ship changes to customers 3 times a year. And now, for example, with our banking app, we ship 10 to 12 releases a year, so every month 1. And this is not, wouldn't have been possible without that big change. We have more job applications, also getting applications from people that we really want to attract. So young people that like this modern and up-to-date environment. And we have better product reviews because we can listen to the customer and react to their feedback much quicker, and people realize that. So they are really, let's say, they appreciate that we listen to them and act upon the feedback. But there was one topic that we never touched. So working remotely. And why didn't we touch it? Although it was one of the biggest topics in the company of the employees for years and years. But yeah, there were many concerns about it. Will it be safe? We don't have the right equipment. The bank systems are like Fort Knox. Nobody can come in from outside. No capacity. We can't be compliant. But there was also a discussion about trust from the leadership. Can I trust my people that they really work? Or do they do something else? Can I let go? I'm not so sure. I want to see my people. So we never came to a conclusion. But then, the famous slide, then came COVID. And yeah, COVID doesn't care about any concerns. So I remember it very vividly. It was the 16th of March 2020 when our board decided everyone works from home as fast as possible. So within days, 70% of the people were sent home. The rest was equipped with the right equipment because not everyone had a laptop or an iPhone. All the bank systems were stocked up so that the massive amounts of remote VPN connections could be handled. It was a big shock for everyone. But within 2 weeks, almost everyone was working from home. And what happened? All the teams, they shook off the shock. And then they just continued working as if nothing had happened. And this was a big surprise for everyone. Nobody would have thought that it would be so easy to send home a whole company and just continue with productivity. So how did that happen? Why? And it was the agile way of working that helped us here, because an agile team is not dependent on seeing each other at the office. They have their routines, they have their specific roles, they exactly know what to do, they have their agile methodology and their artifacts. Doesn't matter where they are, they can be anywhere. And so they just continued working. And what they said is, we are even more efficient, more productive. We are very happy, we like it, but it also has a downside. More working hours. Commuting is not there anymore, so when to stop the working day? Sometimes a bit difficult. Yeah, let me just answer this one email again. So more efficiency also requires more productivity requires more alignment, and more alignment creates more meetings, and then also the pressure rises. So it was not so easy for everyone, but our employees said the good sides of it, they are much stronger than the bad sides of it. Let's manage the bad sides and keep the good sides. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about our agile methodology and our tools that explain why it worked so well. So I'm starting on the left. All the teams have sprints. So a sprint is a dedicated time frame where you say, okay, I will deliver this and this and this and this. And then I have 2 weeks of time to deliver upon my stuff. And so everyone in the team knows, how can I personally contribute to the success of the sprint? Identification and transparency tool. Then the purpose. Every team has a purpose. Not only the teams, the whole bank has a purpose. All the areas have purposes. A tribe has a purpose, for example. And this also helps with identification of the employees. Why am I actually here? What is my personal contribution to the success? Then autonomous teams, I just told it. Yeah, everyone knows what to do and can work autonomously in their team and going forward. And nobody is left behind. Then artifacts that make sense. I will go a bit deeper into that later. So all the big box of tools and artifacts that I mentioned before, we have identified a couple that all of us use and that are very helpful to create transparency and commitment. Then transparency in daily meetings. So every day there's a short meeting with the whole team where they explain, okay, today I'm going to do that. I have this impediment, and yesterday I did that. So it's about creating transparency so that everyone in the team knows where everyone is working at. Clarity through focus. So we have many tools and artifacts to create a priority, priority lists. Of course, there are sometimes coming in side steering priorities. That's always the case in a regulated environment. Regulation comes in from the side. But we usually try to maintain a list that has only one prior 1 topic, 1 prior 2. So not 10 prior 1 topics and nobody knows what should I start with first. Then we have a very open feedback culture. So it's not only about giving feedback once a year, but in many more occasions when something has gone wrong, when something has gone good. So it's about being in a constant communication feed between people about what is good and what is not so good. And more responsibility. I explained it before. Our teams have a lot of responsibility to deliver upon the tasks that they give themselves in their backlog, in their sprints, that all contribute to the strategy. Now coming to the artifacts. On the right side in our quarterly business review, you see our tool how to make the priorities. So we have a process that goes through the whole bank to manage dependencies, to handshake deliverables between entities, all based upon a big priority list that is made by the board and also detailed by lower levels. And if you know what is the task for the next quarter, then you fill your Obeya room. And the Obeya room contains a couple of artifacts that I would like to explain. On the bottom, you see the portfolio wall. This shows everything that the tribe is working on, every squad, and when it will be rolled out to the customers, so that you really see what are we working on, what will we deliver in the next months. Then we have the action board on the right. The action board is for the leadership to make, or for the employees to make impediments visible to the leadership and to ask the leadership people to solve them. Because usually it takes some Schulterklappen to solve impediments. So this is our collection of impediments. Then on the left, you see the improvement wall. We have a process that is bottom up, collecting improvements. So if someone has an idea how to improve a process, how to improve a product or a feature or something else, they can bring it to the improvement wall, pin it there, find someone who's willing to work on it, and then we track it there. And then the performance wall, in my opinion, the most important artifact of all. Why is that? Because on the performance wall, you measure if what you do is actually making sense. Because you can do a lot, and probably with some things that you do, if you don't measure it, you don't even know if they have any effect or if you have worked for the trash bin. So the performance wall combines the why, the how, and the what in a whole of the whole entity. So the why is the strategy of the bank. Why are we doing what we are doing? The how is about the skills and the methodology. So the specific how we create a specific feature. And the what is on the portfolio wall. And we measure it with KPIs, but also OKRs. And with the OKRs, they begin to rotten after some months. So we always have upcoming, let's say, workshops to define new objectives or new key results. So, in my opinion, as I said, the most important artifact and a very important meeting that we have bi-weekly to look at our performance. So coming back to the working remotely, we have asked our employees, what do you want? Do you want to keep it? Are the bad or the other side of the medal, is it too bad for you? Or do you want to come back to the office? What do you want? And our people said, we really like the efficiency. We like the quiet at home. You're not in a big office where everyone is on the phone or coming by or distracting you. I can really work in a concentrated matter. I'm more effective and I don't like commuting. But on the other side, what I miss the social contact. I miss just having a coffee or a hallway chat. So I want the social contact. And also workshops that are not in person, they don't work. So we knew what our employees wanted. And then the board defined a new working agreement together with our Betriebsrat, so with the Workers' Council. So what has happened? And at ING, working from remote and working from the office is completely equal. And it's up to the teams to decide where do we meet when. So there's not the leads tell, okay, you team, you have to come to the office or you have to work from home. It's about the teams. They have their agreements and they decide themselves. This is autonomy, I would say. And additionally, to equip yourself with the right table, with the right chair, with the right things in your periphery, there was established a shop with all these things that you can buy, and everyone gets a budget for it. So 1,500 in the beginning, and then 500 after a couple of years. I think 3 years, every 3 years. So, and this working agreement is being enhanced constantly. So what is new this year? I was in France for 6 weeks in summer, but I didn't have 6 weeks of vacation. I worked there. So we have a new agreement where we can work up to 30 days a year from the European, from any European country. So what our learning is, if you do something right, it doesn't stay right. So you always have to think ahead and do the next step, because the expectations of employees are rising, and you shouldn't stand still there. So I really like what has been done, but it will never be enough, I would say. So still I'm proud to work for that company, because I heard about other companies where the employees have been asked to come back to the office as if nothing had happened. But I think it's important to remember the learnings that we all had in the pandemic. Thank you.